Hello, everybody, and welcome to True Talk Live, our weekly show from TruService, a community federal credit union, where we help you get through all the service that we have and help you in any way we can. Today, we're continuing our 90 days of financial fitness, trying to get everybody back on track to the future they deserve. Whether you have, existing issues with your credit and finances, or you're new. You're young and you haven't had any credit yet, we can help you get there. And today we're going to be talking with one of my coworkers, Trish Pryor, and she is a certified credit union financial counselor, and she's going to take us through 3 steps today to help you get back on track. So let's bring her in now. Hello, Trish.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing great, and yourself?
Doing great. So I just wanted to, it's exciting. I'm working from home, so it's good to see all my coworkers. And
Mm.
so, Trish, just so everybody can know a little bit more about you, how long have you been with the credit union?
I have been with True Service for a little over 4.5 years.
Very good. And you
Mhm.
are a native of Little Rock,
I
correct?
am. I am a proud graduate of the number one school in America, Little Rock Central High.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers!
That's exciting because my daughter is now a junior at Central High School. So
Yes.
we love Central High School. It is the
Wonderful
number
place to be.
best school in the U.S. So
Yes.
one of the things we're trying to do with this 90 days is to help people get back get their finances back on track, get a better credit score, manage their money better. And I know that's what you guys do as certified counselors. But today you're going to cover 3 tips, correct?
Yes.
Get them to some like hard action tips they can use today to move forward. And one of them you said was setting goals, correct?
Yes. Yes. So 2021, as we all know, is a great opportunity at the beginning of the year to start implementing a new financial fitness plan. Those plans include setting goals, planning, and taking action. So when you focus on setting goals, a great question to ask yourself is when you what could I do to change my financial fitness in 2021? Number one, that includes setting goals, planning, and taking action. So, where do you want to be in the next 6 months when you're setting goals financially or longer? The best way to start is to write down both your short and long term goals. Pull out a piece of paper, write everything down. The next thing you want to do is know your credit. This is helpful when you want to set goals. We recommend reviewing your credit report more frequently throughout the year. Well, how can I check my credit? You get a lot of questions. Well, it costs to check credit. No, you can actually request a free credit report from all 3 credit bureaus from annualcreditreport.com. You can get it from TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Now through April 2021, you can get them free every week. A tip when you're at that point of checking your credit, you want to do it from a desktop computer or a computer that has download capabilities. Recommended steps when you're reviewing your credit, you want to check for inaccuracies. If necessary, you want to file a dispute for free. And you want to always make sure that the information is correct and up to date.
Now, if I check my credit score like this, it doesn't hurt my credit score, right?
It does not hurt your credit score at all.
Very good. So, one of the things that we have that can help everybody is our True Start checking, and the True Start checking program comes with online credit tools too, as well, that come free to use with that checking account.
Yes.
And so, review your credit report, kind of know where you're starting, and set your goals. So, goals would be like, I want to buy a new car, or I want to raise my credit score 50
yes.
points, or something like that.
I want to purchase a home.
Right. And so, and then in inaccuracies, I've seen those in my past too, things that either got charged off or I paid, it didn't, a lot of times if you're behind on something and you pay it, you need to remind them that they need to clear that off your credit report, because
Yes.
most of the times they won't.
That is true. So, and this is a great tool, www.annualcreditreport.com.
That is awesome. So
Free to the consumer.
the other part is planning. So tell us a little bit about the planning portion.
Okay. So basically, now that you have your goals set, you want to go ahead and plan. A great way to plan is budgeting. You always want to know what's in my budget. You want to narrow down your income, your expenses, your savings. When you focus on savings, you want to always build an emergency fund. Anything can happen. You know, you may need that extra $500 if something happened, a tire or expenses, extra expenses that may come out throughout the year. So a great way to start, you want to focus on a realistic amount. Don't go for 10,000. You know, go for something around 1,000, 2,000 that you want to achieve over the next 11 to 12 months. You want to start based on an expected goal. So your breakdown can be based on if you get paid bi-weekly, monthly, semi-monthly. You want to base it on that. It never hurts to start doing $5 to $10 per pay period to build it up. And always keep your emergency funds separate from your everyday expense account. That's very important. A lot of times we say, well, we're going to save in our checking account. Well, if I'm steadily using that account every day, then that's not a great way to save. You want to keep it separate.
So I know, like in our online banking, I tell so much to go from each check to my savings account, and so that helps me. And sometimes I put it in, an account that I don't even really try to check a lot, so I don't know what it is.
That's the best way to do it. That's always the best way to do it. Keep it in an account that you really do not have access to, right. But if you need to get to it, you can.
Right.
And another tip is when you want to focus on paying down some debt. That goes along with planning. I want to pay off my credit card debt. I have accumulated a lot over the time. So when you're focusing on that, you can do one of two ways. You can do a snowball method if you want to pay off credit cards, or what we call is the avalanche method. The snowball method is good for if you have multiple credit cards and you say, okay, I have a limit of $300. I have one for $500. I have one for $1,000. And they all have balances up to the limits. Okay, what should I do first? Well, the snowball method allows you to tackle the lower amounts and then move on to the next one. And it feels like that you have achieved a lot. When you pay one off, the 300 is paid off, then you go to the 500, then you go to the 1,000. Now, the avalanche method works when you want to focus on the higher interest cards. The more interest you can save, the more stays in your pocket.
And I think, remember from what we talked about last week with Melissa, was when you pay off that credit card, don't close it, keep it open, because that helps your credit as well. And then also, as long as you're paying this monthly and you're paying them down and you're paying them on time, then your credit score is going to go up as well, because the amount of delinquency is kind of the biggest factor usually in your credit score.
Yes, that is correct. And then another option would be, since you're focusing on higher interest cards, you can always look at maybe doing a balance transfer. If you find a card that has a 0% interest for the next 18 months, or even half the interest of what you're paying right now. Because a lot of credit cards have higher interest rates, but a lot of places like TruServie, we have really great rates on our credit cards. So you may be able to cut that interest rate in half, do some balance transfers.
And just kind of get everything manageable and save you that interest rate.
That comes with that budget.
Right. So these are some great planning tips, but now how do I take action?
Okay, so next is taking action. You have everything written down. You have your budget. You have your emergency funds set up. And to take action, you have to do what you say you're going to do. You wrote this down. Now let's do it. If you're working on your credit, dispute those inaccuracies. Make sure everything is up to date. If you have your emergency fund, make sure your money is going into that designated account. A lot of times we set things up and it doesn't go where it's supposed to go. So we want to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. And if you're paying down debt, make those extra payments and keep a spreadsheet of your success. I write down a lot of things and then I go back and I look and I say, oh my gosh, I accomplished that. That's success. So you can see it on paper and it's a great feeling. And if you want some additional income, you say, well, Trish, I can't, my income is not matching up to my debt, so I'm going to need some more income. Well, always look for supplemental income. Be your boss type supplemental incomes. Always work great.
And everybody's got a side hustle.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Today's economy, everybody has to have one, I think. 2020
and it doesn't hurt. It's great. Extra money.
Right. And you can also, one of the things I always try to do, it's like you could, let's say you did get an extra job and you're making a little extra money to hit all these goals, give yourself a little reward at the end of a month, that
it does not hurt at all.
Buy yourself lunch or do something to know that it's worth it. You're doing all the extra time and effort to make that extra money, but don't just go get that second job or that side hustle and then you're still in the same place.
Same position.
Now you have to have both jobs because your spending went higher.
It went up versus right.
So one of the things I'd like to let everybody know, so you mentioned a spreadsheet, and if you're not, you can use Google Sheets, which is a free online with Google Docs and Google Spreadsheets, and just set you up a real easy spreadsheet to track, your savings, and it can automatically kind of add for you what's going on. And actually, I might set one of those up and share with some people, but we could come up with something like that.
Yes, and we also have a few Excel sheets that we can actually send out to help as well. If someone is needing a great budget worksheet, we can send that to them as well.
Awesome. That would be great. So since you're saying that, we can actually, I'm in here sleeping on my job here. Our email address is service@truservice.net. So if you were interested in one of those Excel spreadsheets or a budget sheet or some of this other things that we could help you with, you can email us there. That would be the easiest way. If you, all of our locations are closed to foot traffic. We are open in the drive-through, but email is the quickest way. And one of our new things is video banking. .truservice.net, and you can actually go there and click on an option to schedule or to speak with a financial counselor, and you will get one of our 4 counselors via video chat, just like this. So if you have we have an iPhone app, TruService video app on the Apple Store, and we also have, if you're on an Android or just a desktop or laptop that has a camera and microphone, just go to the website in the Chrome browser and everything should work fine. I used it the other day I needed to get a cashier's check, and we talked about it. It was done. Went to the drive-through, picked it up. It's contact free, germ free. We're trying to keep everybody healthy.
Yes.
So try the video banking today. All right. So let's back on track. You gave us some steps to take action.
Yes.
And
setting goals, planning, taking action, and just always think ahead.
Let's talk about, you said, I have your notes here. You got investment, child education, or retirement, and believe in yourself.
You have to believe in yourself. Anything that you do, believe in yourself.
That's great. A lot of this stuff we have in our TruStart checking account. So we have a TruStart checking account, and it's actually a full program that you can get access to a Wellness 360 tool. You can get access to the credit score simulator, which I like. It shows your credit score, checks your credit score. But you can also say, well, if I pay off this credit card or that credit card or make an extra payment, it'll show you how that can affect your credit score. And, and it's kind of helps you plan, like, whether you want to buy a car or take on another amount of debt or not. I think that's super handy. We also have tell us a little bit about we have the credit builder loans. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the credit builder loans is a great way to help you build credit. The interest rate is 10%, and we will do anywhere from $500 to $1,000. Recommended payback term is around 7 to the max is 12 months. And what we will do, we'll place that dollar amount on hold. Then you'll make payments based on your pay period or monthly if you choose. And that every time you make payments, it reports to the credit bureaus. Now, once the loan is paid in full, you will have access to the funds. And it's a great way to help build your credit.
So you're paying off on this amount on time
Mhm.
and get a payment, take a loan that you are comfortable with keeping, making those monthly payments and keep them on time. And at the end of it, you get your money and your credit scores went up. So I think that's a win-win. Now we
Mhm.
also have a secured credit card, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And it's almost the same. Actually, it's more like it's almost the same concept, but you actually get the money. You're going to bring in your own funds,
Right.
and we'll place that money on hold, and then we will issue you a true service Visa card, secure Visa card. The interest rate is at 17% for the APR, and you can use it. We recommend not maxing it out, because we're talking building credit here and using credit wisely. So you want to keep it anywhere from 25% and lower. It's just, anywhere from 20 to 30, but 20, meet it in the middle. 25% is really good.
Right.
And you can pay it off each month if you choose to.
Right.
But
Right.
that's going to help build your revolving credit line
So
up.
if you're credit challenged, you're new starting out, you don't have any credit history, or you've
Mhm.
had some hiccups in the past, the secured credit card is a good way to kind of get you back on that path.
It's definitely a good way. Or if I've ran into a lot of members that say, well, Trish, I just, I have decent credit, but I'm afraid of credit cards. I said, well, you can do the secure. You always know that this will be paid off.
Right. And then
So if you choose to cancel, you can pay it off.
there's still sometimes I know, like,
Hmm.
not as much today, but back a long time ago,
Hmm.
rental cars, you had to have a credit card,
You had to have,
or
in
sometimes hotels, you had to
some
have a credit card.
hotels,
Yeah.
yes,
And so this is a good way to have that, secure, um, have that option if you need that option for, you know,
exactly.
business or vacations or whatever. So I think that's great. You gave us a lot of tips today.
Hmm.
Um, I think that one of the things that I personally have done in the past that was wrong that I always try to fix is just keeping up with everything, not paying attention,
Write
overwhelmed.
it down, Brent. Write it down.
Right. Or just you had so many different things, right? You got this payments or that payments, and
Hmm.
it's hard to keep track of them all. But one thing I do like with our online banking system, now we have alerts. So I signed up for all my alerts, and I
Yes,
get an email and a text message anytime I spend any money, and I know kind of where my balance is.
yes,
So if you're like me and you're on the go and you're not looking at it all the time, the app is great because it will tell you when things are coming out, warn you if you're getting low, if you're getting approaching your thresholds. And plus you can just have it on your person. I look on my phone before I buy something, I try to always check the
check
balance.
your balance first. Yes,
And
that's
and I think what I love about our stuff too, our online, is it pretty real time. I mean, it'll show you what's pending, so you're not overdrawing out of your, not
hmm
every time, but it's pretty up to date, if in real time. So that's helped me out a lot. So, any other tips, Trish?
Brent, just don't forget this process does not have to be done by yourself. You can always reach out to one of our certified financial counselors and also use any of our products that Brent just mentioned, the secure True Start checking.
I know the other things that
Mhm.
I'm excited about when I became a member is we have John on staff, who is a financial advisor, and
Yes.
he helped me with some life insurance, but he can help you with all your investment needs. And I personally have never went to an investment, advisor
Hmm.
because it's expensive. but it is
Yes.
free if you're a member
A
of
free
TruServie.
service.
So he will help you find the products you need, help explain,
Mhm.
whether that's retirement or uh, long-term investing and things like that. So he's a great guy, and it's really helped me. I just felt way more comfortable after speaking with him after we got my life insurance, because I felt like
Mhm.
I was making a plan, and I thought
Right.
that was exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You-
Kimberly Watkins says she loves banking alerts. We love banking alerts too, Kimberly. And free advice. Yes,
yes. Yes.
free advice. So you can get free financial advice
Mhm.
from John or Burton, or you can get the free counseling advice from someone like smiling happy like Trish.
Yeah. Call me.
Yeah, she'll keep you honest. No, but yes, if sometimes like you said, it's kind of like losing weight or anything else, right? You get on a
Yes.
plan, you get motivated, and then you have a hiccup, and then it just kind of goes downhill. So having a accountability partner, whether that's your spouse or a relative, and make a game out of it. Hey, we're going to save money it kind of becomes uh, when you're saving money, it's almost like a reward in itself,
It
right?
is. It's very gratifying.
Samantha Hood, thank you for this live today. We'll definitely be calling. Well, let's put up the number again there. If you want to talk
Yes.
with Trish, you can do. Sorry, I'm trying to get all these buttons. So there's our phone number. You can call 501-225-3636.
Okay.
And we can also do the video banking, videobanking.trueservice.net. This is a little bit better link right there. And I tell you what, I am actually going to, while Trish is still hanging with me here, I can actually put that link
Okay.
in. I'm going to put that in the chat here. So 1 second. And if you go to our main website,
Yes.
you will see a pop-up that'll take you straight there. But I'm going to put it right into the chat comments.
Hmm.
Samantha, if you want to try video banking, we think it's amazing. It's just helpful to see the person you're talking to and make a
Yeah.
relationship. But if you want to call or if you want an email, you can do that as well. I'm going to show the email again. There we go. There's service@trueservice.net. And if you're not familiar with TruService, our main branch is in West Little Rock on Hermitage Road next to the butcher shop. I say
Yes.
that every week, and I have to think about it every week. North Little Rock, we're in our brand new location on 4140 JFK, and all of our drive-throughs are open. But we are not allowing customers inside the bank due to COVID-19. But hopefully, this is going to all go away someday. It will be better. And Kimberly said, thank you. You're welcome, Kimberly. So any advice you guys need, we're here to help. One of the things that you have to remember if you're not a member, credit union is different than a bank. We serve our members. The members, are our focus of the credit union. And, we our only job is to help grow membership and make
Yes.
sure that the more that we grow and the more money we save, that we pass that on to you with lower fees. Um, you know, I know borrowing is easier. There's a lot of things that a credit union can do for you. And example is all the free services, free
Hmm.
counseling, free financial advice. And everybody is, I will say I've been here almost a little over a year, and everyone in the staff is, they're
Hmm.
the hardest thing they're having with COVID-19 is they don't get to see the members. They love the members. They communicate. They know people by their name. They still remember everybody's, you know, their kids and what they're doing, what's going on in their lives. And I think that's something you don't get from, a large bank or even a large credit union. So you guys do a great job, Trish. And I know
Thank you.
Trish is also kind of one of our loan officers for, if you want to buy a car, she is the person to talk to,
Come see
and
me.
come see her.
Call me.
Call her. I'm trying to get the comments off here. Well, let's see here. I think I can get.
Mhm.
There we go. Hide. All right. Yeah. So if you want a car loan, or if you want to try to buy a new car, part of I know one of the things that Trish is really good at is talking about saving money. You
Mm-hmm.
bought that new car, you got it at that dealer discount, and
Yes.
you got 5,000 cash back, but your interest rate is super high because you had to keep it for a certain amount of time. Then after that time, you come see Trish, and it's called a refi. They
Mm-hmm.
refinance your loan, and they can save you up to 2% usually on what your current rate is. So
Yes.
that could be a lot of money. That's part of your
Yeah.
savings. So look at if you are in a high interest car loan, call Trish. Maybe she can refinance you and get you a lower rate and put a little bit more cash in your pocket. And then that cash could go into the savings plan that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Pay down the rest of your debt.
That's right. And put in that emergency fund.
There you go. Well, Trish, thank you very much. We're going to wrap it up today. Thank you, everybody, for
Well,
joining
thank
us.
you for having me.
You're welcome. Just
Mm-hmm.
hang with me 1 second, and I will close out the show. And
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining today. Trish is a wealth of knowledge. Please reach out to her or anybody on our staff if you need help with your finances. If you're looking for a credit union, we would love to have you. We can service anybody in Pulaski and Faulkner County. You either live, work, play, go to church in those two counties. You can be a member of TruServie, and we would love to have you. Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you next Tuesday.